Hello everyone and welcome back to another rambling in my room about wrestling. This is going out on Friday. My head is away with it. It's going out on Friday instead of the usual Monday. Maybe a video tomorrow with a list. I think I'll try and get a wee list out. If you watched yesterday's video, you will know that this is all centering around the AEW and Impact news, which, oh my god, God, I'm malfunctioning. I don't know what to say. It's just some of the best news I've heard in a while, and as this channel is pretty much just an Impact and AEW review show at this stage, let's just talk about it. Tomorrow, there will be a top 10 list of my dream inter-promotional matches. But for now, I just want to talk about it all. And let's just start with the angle. Right, so Kenny Omega wins the world title with some interference with Don Callis and like a cheap shot with the microphone, beats Moxley, and then they just hightail it out. And as we're getting in a car, Alex Marvez is like, what's going on? And Don Callis goes, you'll find out on Tuesday. And Marvez is like, Tuesday? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's Wednesday Night Dynamite, you clown. And he goes, nope, Access TV, Tuesday, Impact Wrestling, me and Kenny will be there with the world title. That's where you get your answers. First of all, brilliant. But that's so good, and I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, what the Impact have to offer AEW? Oh, they're both minor league companies. You get the same people that just want to cry about everything. I had an interview with, I interviewed Chris Van Vliet for an upcoming thing, the thing I've been teasing. That will be out next month, I want to say. Hopefully the next month. Ideally by the new year. But I interviewed Chris Van Vliet, and we were speaking about the tribalism in wrestling. And obviously it's a topic that's been done to death. Everyone fucking hates it unless you're one of those weirdos, and if you are, hodge some of that. But we're wrestling fans. We are wrestling fans. In the 90s, when the Monday Night Wars was going on, when it was an actual fucking competition, when they were both trying to put each other out of business, Chris told me that he would come into school and he'd be like, did you watch WCW last night? Nah, I was watching Raw. Oh, okay, cool. And you get people on the internet and be like, oh, I'm not going to watch this company. Just, if you're one of those people, leave. Get out. This is so good for both companies. For lots of reasons. One, this Impact has been incredible. I wouldn't be reviewing Impact if I didn't care about Impact. And I think Impact's amazing. Impact has been consistently on top of its form, like on top form for so long, but especially since Slammiversary. And it's really needed that one big kick to get it up and over. And this is it. This is that thing. The roster that they have in Impact is outstanding. The roster in AEW is outstanding. Mesh them together, it's obviously going to work. Obviously, Impact have more to gain from this. AEW has more exposure, a bigger TV deal, more household names. Guys like Miro, Moxley, Omega, the Young Bucks, Cody, all this. More money in AEW. So obviously, at a surface level, Impact stand to gain more from this. But AEW gain a lot too. This opens up the possibility for a lot of dream matches, which obviously everyone's been talking about. But also, this gives AEW a chance to put a big statement early in their existence and, have more stories they can draw on and directly reference from Impact should they do an Invasion Us versus Them kind of story that runs across both shows. AEW's only been running for a year and a half. Only been on TV for 13 months. So, no, 14 months. 14 months. It's only been on TV for 14 months. So to have this big, landmark, massive storyline very early in its existence will be something that's looked back at for years. Back in the early days of WWE, what was a big story? It was San Martino. He held that belt for 7 years. But that was also when they were running monthly shows. Now when people ask, oh, what's the biggest thing in AEW? It's like, oh, it's Chris Jericho just doing stuff, pretty much. And that's cool, that's great. But it's never like a big story. They've not had this big storyline, like the way that WCW had the NWO, or the way that TNA had Kurt Angle and like Samoa Joe and the Main Event Mafia and stuff like that, the way that WWE, or WWF rather, had Stone Cold and McMahon, this is a good starting point, and it gives so much credibility to both brands. Also now, we can maybe see an Ultimate X match on an AEW pay-per-view. I just think this is a great move for both sides. Both stand to gain a lot. AEW stand to gain a lot more than you think when you actually think about it. A lot more than it first seemed. Like I've said, obviously, it helps partnering with Impact, who are repairing their image, and this is probably going to be the thing that gets them up over the hill to get rid of the stigma of all the bad business moves they made back in the day. There's no more Dixie Carter, there's no more Hulk Hogan, there's no more Vince Russo, there's no more Jim Cornette, there's no more Eric Bischoff. It's just Don Callis, Scott D'Amore, and a lot of talented men and women who want to prove it. And, I think this is great. I think this is so good. It gives so many people a chance to break out on both shows. Everything means so much more now for both of them. Also, WWE, they got to fucking step up. They've got to fucking lace up their boots and get to work. This is amazing. This is making headlines worldwide. And this might lead to the fabled AEW New Japan run. Maybe, Rocky Romero and the Good Brothers are in there, sort of meddling, getting a nice little three best friends, 3 pals, 3 brothers, 3 pals, 3 buddies, just intertwining. So obviously Chris Bay is going to do the Super J Cup, and is he my pick to win it? He'll want to win it. Fuck it, Chris Bay's going to win the Super J Cup. Capitalise on all this AEW impact. TJP's also in it. Be Chris Bay. Obviously the Good Brothers worked a deal where they can go out and work Japan. So it's clear that Impact and New Japan are once again back on speaking terms. And now AEW can come in, work this, put a bit of money behind it, some big arenas when we have crowds again, run a big, cross-promotional, 3 promotion show at like a 25,000 seater venue. It's going to be fucking huge. This is also a thing that I think leads AEW to draw in bigger houses than ever once it's safe to put 10,000 people back in a room. I think this is going to make AEW's gates even bigger. Obviously, as soon as live wrestling come back, there's going to be a massive spike. But I think it'll stay at arenas bigger than they were drawn before because of this. Like I said, it adds credibility. And it could add appeal to shows. You're like, oh, Willie Mack's going to be on Dynamite, let's go. Oh, I could talk for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours about how good a move this is. But obviously it only happened last night for me. But it's so good. And a company that clearly knows how to do things. This is going to be amazing. Look at the shit with Sting when Sting showed up. Sting came up in WWE, didn't really do much, lost to Triple H, lost to Seth Rollins, retired. Was never truly presented as Sting. He came out in a well-lit arena under the statue thing. He did that. Okay? That's not Sting. Sting is pretty much what we got on Dynamite. Just a dark character with low lights and a lot of mystique and appeal and intrigue and mystery. And WWE stripped him of a lot of that. They just were like, oh, it's a face paint baseball guy, it's him. You ever watch The Warriors? That's you. But AEW do shit right. Impact, they've been doing shit right. And fingers crossed this leads to something incredible for both brands. As for, possible places this could go, I would like to see an invasion type show, maybe, down the line. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Let's just book that card now if we're just going champion v champion. If everything stays the same, we'll have Hikaru Shida and Deonna Purrazzo. Don't know why I went for that one first. Rich Swann and Kenny Omega. If we're going for false world champions, Moose and Brian Cage, the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks. Who else? Rohit Raju and Darby Allin. And fuck it, whoever's got the Knockouts tag titles, give Evolution Diamante a shot. I'm just so excited for where this is going to lead. I watch both shows. They're the only weekly wrestling shows I watch every week. I watch NXT if I hear about it. I watch the Takeover. I watch some stuff on Raw and SmackDown if I hear it's really good. But I don't go out of my way to consume WWE. I try, and I just don't. And that's probably a reflection of me. I'm just not really arsed. I think it's more, I stay up till 3 in the morning every Wednesday to watch Dynamite. Then I get up at 9, record my Dynamite review, and do it. And then I do some college work, some other stuff. But because I've just lost sleep, stayed up so long, did all this for my Dynamite review, I just don't really want to watch NXT. And, you know, that's on me. I admit that that's on me. But Impact and AEW, the two shows I watch weekly, I've been enjoying watching them. There's not been a stinker. There's really not been a stinker since I've got back into watching Impact. There's only one stinker in the history of AEW as far as I'm concerned. It wasn't even a stinker. It's just that weird one when the Dark Order showed up and didn't announce the Exalted one. But I'm so excited for this. So that's for this video. A lot less high energy than yesterday's video. I've sort of calmed down a bit since recording that about an hour ago. But let me know what you think. If you're excited for a potential AEW and an AEW and Impact working relationship, a potential for some New Japan sprinkled in over the top of that. Just let me know what you think of this. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I will be back tomorrow with my top 10 Impact AEW dream matches. And maybe some more content about this as we learn more. Yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.